My chart? What the fuck?
Yeah.
See how it's similar to the consolidation that damn, this is very close to the same kind of setup. That's kind of crazy.
We're starting to see it.
It pops up into 3 hour supply in pre-market, ejected it, then it tries to pop up again and consolidates here. 15 minutes in, it sells off into 45-minute demand, and then at the 45-minute demand, another pop right back into that consolidation range. And there's even a short opportunity here that I seen. I reviewed this one yesterday, so I kind of have an idea of how it played out. Why did that happen? Damn it, I lost my chat. Oh, there it is. This one's cool because there's these 3 different setups appear in different ways. Oh, I'm looking at it. Hold up. I wasn't looking at SVP the same way back here. All right, so 6:30, market consolidates around what price is that? 53.90, 53.80 something to like 5600. So there was a pop off this 15-minute demand, but SVP is still making lower lows since pre-mark. I mean,
CVD.
not able to like get higher since pre-market sell off. So obviously I wouldn't focus on trading the first 5 minutes, especially because we're not in a key zone just yet, but I am aware of this consolidation that's appearing here around 5360 to 50. I'll just create a box right now. I keep saying 53. Why are my... Hold up, I'm a little confused right now. March 13th. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at March 13th, 2024. No wonder. I'm
This guy.
That's right.
This guy. This is your cousin, Gabe?
Not my cousin.
Oh, I fucking opened the wrong.
Oh my god.
I was seeing things too, bro. I was like, that makes so much sense. And then it was...
Sorry, excuse my stupidity.
Damn, you were supposed to be the one that was prepared too. What the hell?
Dude, I had it open too. That's what sucks.
This dude prepared an entire lecture with last year's evidence, dude. This is the right. All right, this one is 2025. Damn, I was even pointing out CVD. Okay, CVD is still selling off though.
Oh, look at a little divergence happening. Stay there. You could draw a uptrend on the Bookmap and then a downtrend on the CVD line.
Oh yeah.
That's a bearish divergence.
There's limit orders at 5605. What was this supply at? 5610. The consolidation was started at 6 a.m. all the way into the open. So right here there was. So going into the open here, market aggressively sells down, just being patient, not gonna force anything the first 5 minutes. 500 outlier. Aggressive selling on the volume. Look at how crazy CVD is selling off.
This is like sellers loading up, right?
Yeah.
And then when it cocks back to that retest, that's when it shoots. So
CVD consolidating on that little pop. Aggressive sellers still there. Another aggressive pop here.
That red box is a supply zone or consolidation?
It's the consolidation. But you could consider it a market structure supply. Aggressive buying here. CVD's trying to push higher. Dollars stepping in aggressively again. CVD's falling super drastic. So here I still would be like, I don't really know what's happening. Like prices are just consolidating here, but sellers do seem to have more pressure to the downside, especially here. Making another lower low intraday. Buyers trying again. So this is the second time buyers are trying to push higher and it's struggling. But if I'm not mistaken, like something significant appears that like shows buyers really try and attempt. And I think a limit order appears also. Here's an aggressive attempt from buyers. Look at the volume pushing up, SVD. Buying again.
Can you zoom out real quick? Just I want to see the volume bars in total for a sec.
Look at this volume bar here on this buying.
Yeah. My
But it can't
theory.
make a higher high.
Yep.
My theory
I
on
think
that
you
number might be
still have
wrong.
one more chance to enter too. What'd you say?
My theory on that number on the side of the bars might be wrong.
Oh. I wonder what that means.
I feel like it was correct. I was testing it, but right now it doesn't seem to make sense when I asked you to zoom out.
Look at how the buying had stepped in super aggressive, and then instantly right after, sellers kept stepping in. Here, buying tries again. CVD can't make a higher high. Into that low SVP node. I thought a limit order appeared though. Unless it pops one more time and a limit order appears.
It wasn't the 13th
Unless,
of this month the sun? Oh, you're on March. I'm looking at April. But
yeah.
Is this the move?
I think it was.
What size is that green bubble on the top? Oh, 332.
Yeah, I think this is it. I could have sworn a limit order appeared though.
oh yeah,
Unless I didn't
this is where
catch it.
consolidation ends right here. It's gonna drop right now.
Oh, is that? No, it pops right through it. There's one right here. Eats it. Oh yeah, it was that one. It ate that limit order. It was kind of fast though. You kind of have to be like really paying attention to limit orders there. Let's see that. Oh, did I go too far? So the 5600 has a limit order here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what gets eaten up. Right. CVD is falling. On this last attempt here. Aggressive buying. CVD tries to push higher, eats up that limit order, and just can't break through it.
Psych level.
Psych level.
Inside the lowest VP node with the outlier.
You have to like get in this area here.
Yeah.
So I would say the sign to enter is 1, the limit order got eaten up and buyers didn't continue pushing it. See how here, I don't know if you guys realized there was a limit order sitting there and buyers easily kept breaking through it. Look at how this limit order appears and buyers don't even hesitate with it. Like you could just see the buying continue. Whereas this one, it eats up the limit order and instantly starts getting rejected.
And while that's happening, with no follow through on that big buying volume, and also look at the CVD line. It's not making higher highs. It can't break through the high, the previous high.
Exactly, and the low SVP node. So those 3 things right there, the limit order, aggressive. Actually, 4 things: limit order, aggressive buyer appears on the volume bars, no higher CVD, and it's a low SVP node. Those
And a
four
strike
things
level.
and a psych level, 5 things. Those 5 things combined, you could say is your signal to enter. So I think now, rather than just like outlier appears, market pops up into the outlier, you want to see one, the low SVP node, two, the CVD giving you some kind of signal of something, the volume bars telling you something also, and then at your key level. If those at least 3 things, what is that? 1, 2, 3, at least 4 things combined make sense with each other, then you could say that's your signal to enter.
Would you consider this an A+ setup?
I would, in hindsight at least.
Yeah.
But like at this time, when on March 13th, I wasn't even paying attention to the volume bars, the CVD like how I am now, or I think I wasn't even paying attention to the low SVP node.
So if we can read that, do you wait for the pullback or you just enter based off your analysis?
I would say not wait. Like it, how I said, if the 3 things are aligned, it's a low SVP node. Aggressive buyers try to step in. Limit order appeared, held price from going higher. CVD didn't make a higher high. That's like, okay, I'm gonna try this. Set my stop. Say you enter 95. Set my stop above the limit order, 01 maybe. Or what's the high of the consolidation here? What's this wick? What time is that? I can't see that wick, I think.
It has to be 5,600, isn't it? Because it's aligning with the high of day.
It went a bit higher above 5,600.
It is.
I want to say it's like
5604.
0203 on
5604.
04?
Yeah.
Damn, that's far if you get in at 55.95. But yeah, you'd want your stop at least above the limit order.
But at 725, it taps that 5604 perfectly again and rejects it. Like it's 725.
Oh yeah, later in the day. Yeah. And there's also an entry here from when I seen yesterday. But say you put your stop loss at 5602 and you get in at 55.95, that's a 7-point stop. For the conditions we're in, I'd say that's decent.
I'm starting to look at other stuff in regards to trying to find consolidation periods. How big of a range is too much for that to be considered a good consolidation period? Or does that matter?
Oh, it depends what time frame you're looking at. Yeah, you're talking about just the 5-minute?
I'm looking, well, because I'm trying to see like how I can truly find if that's a consolidation range. And something that's standing out to me, even though this range is high, is like the wicks are barely tapping it, even though there's like high range in these candle bars or the candle bodies. Like if you go to the 1 minute, but I feel like I was able to spot where all the wicks and the candles are closing on top and bottoms are within this range. And then where the market reversed completely is exactly at the bottom of that range as well.
That's a valid consolidation range.
So go to the 1 minute. Are you on the 1 minute?
No, I don't have a 1 minute for this day.
Okay, I'm looking at it and it just feels like it's a crazy range because of the way how the candles look, but then it respects it perfectly when it exits or when it gets out of the range. But it's a.
I mean, just looking at this here, how the market consolidated for 15 minutes, no, 30 minutes in pre-market. Just this alone, I would say, is a good range to be looking at. The one thing that would make me nervous is like, damn, is the market going to try to go for pre-market high again? but the fact that that limit order appeared, buyers tried aggressively, failed, CVD low SVP node, those are all signs that price is struggling to get higher. And it never broke back above the consolidation range from that 30-minute pre-market. But even here at 55.60, there's an opportunity to enter just by looking at order flow. Let me just speed it up. Okay, this is too fast. All right, so we have a demand. What size demand? I think it's a 45. 45-minute demand at 55.57. Pre-market low at 55.59. Limit order at 55.60 here.
Can you zoom out again?
Aggressive selling. What?
Yeah, I wanted to see it zoomed out real quick.
Super aggressive selling.
What size were the bubbles at 650? Like if you zoom out, there were some big ones there.
There's a 1,000 lot at 55.69.
Yeah, what are those?
600.
If you zoomed out more, I think they combine.
Thousand lots, 55.80. Look at this, 1,000 lot at 55.59 next to our 45-minute demand. So here I would be like, I don't know if it's gonna pop off of right at the demand zone. You know, maybe I'm thinking, oh, it might hit yesterday's low before it pops. But you want to see signals in order flow that are showing you it's being supported. So a limit order appeared here at 55.60, tried to sell off, and it didn't, and then buyers stepped in. So okay, maybe buyers are trying to step in already, but there's still no signal to enter yet.
Can you do me a favor and just zoom out?
CVD is consolidating.
Can you put a rectangle between at the open between 5595 and 5587? To me, that's like the consolidation range that I'm finding. And then
At the open.
From the open, like just the price, because it's a little different from the consolidation you found. Like I think I found this consolidation. I'm basing it off the 1 minute chart, but then it just helps me see that how it perfectly respects that consolidation range when it gets under it.
I just don't know what consolidation you're talking about.
I guess is it different to look at it on Bookmap? Go zoom out to the 630. All right. So to me, from 5594 to 5586 is a consolidation period. If you like just place it, it's still within kind of yours, but it's the bottom of
this box.
A little below that box is where I see the bottom. Like the three little bottom tips.
This?
No, the next one. Go to the next. Like the bottom of those three bubbles right there. To me, that's the bottom of the wick. Yeah, that's the bottom of the range. Because then if you look at where it fully drops, that's where it respects it. That's where it tries to test it again, and then it reverses from there. If you look at it on the candles, it like touches that perfectly, and then it starts rejecting it right there. Multiple times, like on the candles.
Are you still talking about the previous setup?
Well, I'm seeing a similar thing from the previous setup, but I'm saying like I'm looking at I'm on March 13th, and that's where I just happened to see a little bit of the. This is just standing out to me as things that I look at. Say it again.
I'm looking at the bounce now.
No, I know. I'm just speaking about where it's really dropping right now is the bottom of that range, and then I don't know if I don't know if this truly matters, and at least the way you guys trade, but the way I'm trying to find these consolidation periods, like I guess I'm seeing how it respected that bottom of that consolidation period and rejected. So that's letting me know we're out of the consolidation period and maybe look to short.
I mean, it's up for interpretation. Both consolidation boxes were correct, to be honest, because you could have taken a short from where Eric's consolidation box, and you could have taken a short from where your consolidation box is.
That's true. Mine would have had more risk on it, probably. I'm just curious because that's what I pointed out when I did my review. But
I was gonna say the risk to reward on yours seems a little scary, but it does work.
Yeah, it does work. I mean, it's up for interpretation. Like, no, there's no wrong answer technically. As long as it works, you see a setup and go with it.
I get in my mind, I'm just kind of like, damn, we got to spot this stuff fast. At least I know what to start training for because I was not looking for this stuff that fast.
55,
Yeah,
it'd be like 6:33, and Gabe is like, I'm out shorts.
On demo. Don't forget demo at the end.
So this is the oh fuck. The fuck. Rectangle. Are you kidding me right now? It won't let me draw fucking.
Oh, you got to click the play button because you're in the click that play button and now do it.
Said it once and I say it again. Bookmap has the worst editing user interface ever.
Oh my gosh, you bitch, you.
Let's all complain and be like, get better fucking editing tools.
Why isn't it letting you?
Try drawing a horizontal line. Make a box with the lines.
Maybe if I hit play. Oh my fucking goodness! What horizontal?
Why isn't it like
even that? Oh, you got it.
Okay, that's 57. Fuck it. Was there an outlier? I thought I seen one. All right, right here, 701. There's one at 55.61. Market bounced off the 45-minute once, but there was no sign to enter. We do have these limit orders here at 60. So now if another limit order appears around this area, that's going to intrigue me because one, we have demand. Two, we had this limit order. I'd prefer it to be around under the 58 just to hit this low SVP node though.
Hey, when you're doing the rectangle where you're just clicking it, you gotta hold the left button.
No, it doesn't let me.
What the fuck?
I just did mine.
Even the cursor. That's weird.
Oh, there we fucking go. How did that happen?
What the fuck?
I just ordered my new laptop, guys, coming in May.
What'd you get?
In May?
May 1st or 2nd. It's going to be arriving in Brea. But I got the MacBook Pro 16-inch with
you just wasted your money.
Nah, I didn't. Jerk. Nah, I did I used ChatGPT for the first time, and it was not telling me to get the Mac based on everything I was asking it. But what I wanted it for, I was like, "There's no way this
You
is."
didn't listen.
I was just like, "There's no way." Like, it didn't make that big of a difference. Where I'm like, I know why it's recommending the other versions of the laptops, but then there was a bunch of little things where I'm like, but the Mac beats this at all of it. Like the battery life was like 4 times better. A lot of quality.
Dude,
Go for it.
my little Surface, I've had it for like 4 years. And my Mac, I had it for like a year, and I had to shoot it in the fucking desert. But
Because you watched porn.
I really didn't on that.
You see, Gabe, and that's where we're different. My New Year's resolution is to stop watching porn. So you didn't ask ChatGPT that, did you?
Man, you might be right.
That's really what he asked ChatGPT. Where can I watch porn? My computer was.
They're some of the best websites out there these days.
Nah, I'm just an Apple hater, even though I got an Apple iPhone.
No, I didn't even want to get an Apple, bro. I was just kind of like, I don't believe in Apple no more for trading. But everything I was typing in, and it wasn't telling me Apple, but there's certain things on how I trade that I was like, I don't think that's gonna matter for me. Especially since I still plan on using my computers. Like I'm gonna have my laptop and my computer.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they make a better, like the computer I was talking about was like early, like 2010 or some shit.
You really
Look
shot
at
it?
this shit. Remember I said the limit orders had appeared here at 5560, and look at what happens right now. It hits that 5557. Fuck, I went too far. It hits this 5557, and at 5560, these limit orders start appearing again. One
But
appeared,
the ones that appear and disappear are the spoof orders, aren't they?
But
yeah,
not
but
if,
this one doesn't. Watch.
not if they end up to the left of the bubble.
Wait, what do you
So
mean?
here,
I'm assuming it's a spoof if it's not also appearing on the left side of the bubble.
like this one.
Yeah, that's not a spoof. It was showing earlier and then it stayed there, right?
It just got eaten up.
Yeah, those are real. Yeah, those ones are real.
Okay, I misunderstood.
But look at how CVD now is starting to make higher. Is starting to push higher. Selling was aggressive once over here, didn't continue. Market popped. Selling comes down again. Selling's aggressive, and market pops one more time. And now look at this 55. Look at this limit order that just appears out of nowhere. Holds price up, and then another one appears, holds price again.
Where's the other one?
It ate it.
It got eaten. It just appearing as markets pushing higher and higher.
That shit was fast then.
Another one?
Disappearing. Yeah, you're right.
So wait, what does it mean that they're disappearing? Those are spoof orders?
That one that just appeared was a spoof order because it didn't even get tapped. But these, look at how this one appeared and it gets eaten up. Then another one had appeared, it gets eaten up. That one it just disappears, but I'll rewind it. Fuck, it seems like it's moving faster than usual and it's at X1. See how that one appeared? That one was a spoof. Ah, my gosh. Oh my. All right. I passed it, sorry. But aggressive buying is now stepping in. CVD's pushing up higher. This limit order appears. It's getting eaten. This limit order appears, gets eaten. But price is still holding. This limit order appears, gets eaten. Price is still holding. And then it just pushes up aggressive.
CVD line is sketching me out though.
That is scary. But look at back at 55.60, those limit orders appear. I don't know if it's gonna pull back one more time. So you still have chance, like if you were scared of the CVD, you still have a chance to wait for this reaction here.
Go up more?
Yeah, it pushes high.
Oh, it does?
I think it eats up this CVD and then pushes up. I think.
What is the CVP telling you? 'Cause you don't talk about that much.
That's just what we're currently looking at. The volume,
The range?
Commutative volume profile, some shit like that.
Does it grow if you zoom out?
yeah,
Oh, so it's just showing you what's within the zoom.
what you're currently looking at, zoomed in on. Look at it's pulling back into that limit order. Limit order is not disappearing. Damn, does it eat it or does it just hold?
That was us three right there entering the trade, and nothing happened for us.
See, okay, there, boom. It taps it and like it doesn't even affect it.
Why not?
I would say that's the entry right there.
What does it mean to you that nothing happened to it?
It's just that strong of a limit order that like market just bounces off of it.
Look at the COB, how extended it is at that line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the above at 65 also, it's like the only extended COB.
Yeah.
If you were to enter here at like 60, 61 with your stop at 50, say 55, that's a 6-point stop. With this volatility,
that's it. I'm going live on Monday.
That stop would scare me a bit, but the fact that those limit orders kept appearing at 55.60 after it bounced off the pre-market, after it bounced off the 45-minute demand, and these limit orders at 55.60 were there too, so that's telling me that buyers are really trying to support price here. And this thing just pops up all the way back to that consolidation from here.
The real move is getting that retest to consolidation.
Oh, hell yeah. The rest of the day, it just sells off.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to sit in this chop.
Nah, hell no. I would never fucking take that trade.
And now zooming out, look at how aggressive selling was here, and market just would not push lower. And even here, the selling started drying out. So when those limit orders appeared, look at where volume was for the selling pressure.
Good point.
Now going back to this consolidation, there was another entry. Eloy made me mess up my box. Sorry, Eloy. popping up here into that range aggressively. So if I were interested in this, I'd still want it to get above this low SVP node or get to this low SVP node. And to be honest, as market's approaching it, I may even be like, oh, here's some low SVP node. Let me see what happens here, just in case. But
do you guys ever get confused on which SVP is a node?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was confused on when we were supposed to talk about last week. I forgot to say, like, I don't know, like, which ones are the proper nodes. Like, how deep does it have to be?
That's why you need to use volume and CVD.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That stuff to confirm that it's not just like, oh, it's in a low SVP node, I'm gonna short it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because here, buying is still showing its presence. CVD is still pushing higher. No selling is really stepping in, so I wouldn't be using this SVP at the moment. And now that it's getting closer to my range, now I'd be like, maybe I wanted to hit this SVP, low SVP instead. But buying is starting to dry out. What the fuck is this yellow line? Oh, I drew that from earlier. Sellers trying to step in. CVD starting to consolidate. I'd be a bit emotional right now.
Tap the box.
Tap it.
Does it hit the box?
Yeah, it pops back up. It makes a higher day. I don't know. I'm not speaking right, sorry. It makes a new high a day. That's what I meant to say. That's what I'm saying right now. I'd be a bit emotional, like, fuck, is this gonna sell? But then buyers step in again. And see, before, I feel like, say this was a large outlier right now, like 1,000 lot, this little move, just seeing this, I would enter just because I'm like, oh, sellers are stepping in. But now looking at CVD and volume bars, there's really no sign of sellers compared to what buyers were doing.
Does that guy Matt use CVD and the volume bars?
Yeah. I actually, damn, I think that's what made me start paying attention to this because I went back to our conversation and I reread everything he told me, and I was just like, fuck, like, I emphasized something else he said, but I didn't pay attention to the other things he had mentioned. So now here we're kind of in that like high SVP node area. So I would be cautious of like, okay, this could still pop up, but it could also reject because we have this here. Sellers trying. CVD's consolidating. So to me, buyers are starting to dry up. Now I just need to wait for something to tell me that the selling is gonna step in. Also, just being aware of the limit orders up here at 5,600 could be helpful. Like, okay, maybe price wants to tap that. What's it called again? 5,600 psych level.
Are you tired today or what?
I hadn't smoked in a minute. I smoked a joint last night.
I'm fiending right
That
now.
could be.
I could hear Edith in the kitchen smoking, and I'm like, what a jerk.
Genius. So it's popping up again. What?
I was gonna ask a stupid question first.
Limit order sitting still at this 5,600. CVD is still like it's pushing, price is pushing up higher, but CVD is kind of just consolidating. Stop making those higher highs.
Then at 725, it touches that. It's about to touch the 5600 and reject.
And we're still in this high SVP area, so you'd really want that pop into the low SVP. Aggressive buying trying to step in. CVD.
Was this the day with the divergence when you zoomed out all the way? I forgot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look at how also CVD was all the way up here, dropped super low, and even on this rally, although CVD did rally, it's not going above where we had started the day. Aggressive selling, trying at least, but still hadn't hit the low SVP to a good area, I'd say. Damn, what size is that? Oh, it's only 300.
Hey, does the RSI on the CVD RSI whatever have a zero line like the MACD?
This?
The little black, you see where it says 712? Directly under it, the little black stripe. Yeah.
That?
Yeah, because it keeps moving. Zoom out again. Zoom out more.
I can't.
Oh, there it is. See?
Oh.
Yeah, because look at on the left, the green, once it's above it, it turns green.
That's just
once
zero, isn't it? Or
huh?
not? Never mind. I was like, isn't that just the zero? But it's probably not.
Yeah, zero line.
This just says 2,000 now. That's weird.
What the fuck?
I'll get back to you guys on that. I'm studying that more than anything.
Just ask ChatGPT what it means.
Oh, you can just send it a screenshot?
Yeah. Come on, my guy. You got tools.
He's studying that more than anything. It's pretty funny.
I can't continue.
Just waste your life on that.
I can't continue until I figure that out.
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn, does it pop up again? It has to, right?
It's crazy the things we're noticing on Bookmap, the more we look into like the different settings it has.
I know.
It's kind of crazy.
There's like so much more use to it than what we were originally using.
Hell yeah.
Come on, what are you doing? Damn, did this shit sell off? Did it? Oh, here it goes. Oh shit! Look at that push. That's an outlier right there. Aggressive buying steps in.
What's the size of that first green level? One of them.
These bubbles are small. 300.
Oh, you're at 2 seconds. Oh, they're tiny.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, it's not always the outlier. Well, like, the outlier doesn't necessarily have to be the bubble. It could be the volume that you see stepping in.
Yeah.
But boom, hits that limit order at 56. Ooh. A large aggressive buying, CVD pops up super aggressive. And just gets rejected pretty fast. No continuation of buyers here. I'd still want to be a bit patient on this. Not necessarily enter now.
So if you're not waiting for the pullback, where would you enter?
What do you mean not waiting for the pullback?
I thought you said like you won't wait for the pullback if you can.
If everything aligns. So right now, the first thing that stuck out to me was the large volume buyers try to step in.
Hey, were you in the restroom or something?
SVP and that limit order.
Someone's knocking at the door.
Appeared. But just that alone, like that's just showing me buyers got aggressive. Now I want to see that buyers aren't continuing. So in this case, I want to see that buyers are not gonna push higher here. So I'm just looking. Now I'm looking for my entry. It may come from like a limit order appearing again. What is this? 5,600? Or it may have to have been that. I'm not too sure. I think another limit order appears. This entry, I think, would have been the hardest of the whole day. Oh, but look at this candle. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but this 7:30 a.m. candle, we wick up all the way back to this zone. Right now, we're still at 728.
Does it go to 5,600? That could be your entry.
What price is that? No, it's right. It's like the close of this wick. I mean, the close of this candle, this red candle. But I think that's where the limit order appears. And it's still in that low SVP area, I think. Or it might not be actually. Let me actually see if it aligns with. Oh, that's why. If you zoom in too much, the box disappears. I think it hits this fucking box when it pops back up. So here's that 730 candle. Aggressive selling stepped in. CVD started making lower lows. Buyers trying here. Aggressive pull down. There's a limit order at 97. I don't know if it pops into. Oh, there it goes. Another aggressive buy, not making higher highs on the CVD. I mean, yeah, not pushing higher up than where we were on the CVD.
That really is a big help, the CVD line.
Yeah. I think that was the entry.
Yeah.
And look at this aggressive buying stepped in, and right after the volume just kind of dies down on the buying, and sellers start to like put their foot in.
I was asking ChatGPT, and I think I'm correct on what that number on the bottom means. It's just the
What'd
highest.
you say, what again?
It's just the highest traded at that time. So I'm assuming the large candles that we're seeing right now, at the current zoom in that we're at 725, I guess it reached a high of 900.
I hate how the volume doesn't match that level though. That's what throws me off.
Yeah.
That was the entry.
But it says it's only for that given like little moment. So like right now we're zoomed in between 7 something a.m. to 7:35. So within that time frame, the highest level of volume reached was at 900, and I'm assuming it's that volume bar. But if you zoom out more, the 900 is going to get bigger. Did it? Damn, it didn't.
Oh yeah, maybe it was still 900 in that range I was in.
So right now it's 2000. So the highest it reached at that time. So then it's kind of like find what the highest volume bar was, and then you're
So
gonna
it's
match.
like CVP, but for the volume. CVD.
But I think that
What was
can
I
that
gonna
that
say?
can stand out if like at the open it's always low, but the bubbles aren't representing that 1400 that it's showing right now, but the bar will. And I think you can just use that area. Like, oh, where did that volume bar present itself at what price level? And then you can match that price level to the high volume of contracts, even if it doesn't stand out like an outlier.
This entry would be hard. Sorry, I was
Oh, you
just
good.
thinking of something else.
That was a gem,
This
whatever.
entry would be hard because 55.95 with your stop at. Oh, I guess not. 95. I guess that's like 7 points if you use 56.02 again. I guess it makes sense. I just hate anything larger than 5. But that was the sell off there. See how over here the signal was that limit order that appeared, and then down here was we have an outlier and multiple limit orders appeared, whereas this one didn't have the same sign of limit orders, but the volume could be used and the CVD could be used as the signal. But each of these three had low SVP nodes.
Yeah.
So like the signal to enter may not always be the same, but you definitely would want to see the low SVP node at least.
Yeah. I'm glad we're focusing on actually reading all of Bookmap now.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna help a lot for sure.
Definitely. That definitely changes the game. It also like made me a little more confident in what I'm seeing. Cause yeah, taking just the outlier was making me lose a lot of money.
Yep.
That's kind of all I have. I just like this day because there was multiple setups that appeared that we could review.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. What do you guys